that's another great way to have a leadership position at the school. And it's going to be the secretary's duty to keep a log of present and absent. And then maybe every so often I will collect it, and we can keep track of who's making a difference in the club and who's not joining a club. Okay, so Ms. Chanlian, should we start just naming the different clubs and having the panelists present them?
Okay, so I can start. So the first club we're going to talk about is the Bible Club. Mr. Abba is the advisor, so I'll have Mr. Abba start.
All right, hopefully everyone can hear me out there. As you know, if you've had me in the past, I always like to start the class reading a passage from the Bible and maybe briefly talking about it. But for Bible Club, my aim is to take it a step further. Instead of just kind of giving you maybe information, so at least you have some basic fundamentals, you know, of who Jesus is and what it says about him in the Bible. I want to do more kind of a practical application. I want, instead of getting that information, I want to turn it over to transformation. So what do we do with the really important lessons that we learn from the Bible and from God and from Jesus, and how can we use that to change our lives, to better our relationships with our friends, to better relationship with our parents or strangers. So I'm trying to, my goal is to give you some really good kind of Bible study, some gems that you can take with you all the time. You know, it's not just like a lesson that you know, like a test where you learn something, you take a test and you forget it. This is something that's eternal. It can stay with you, hopefully for the rest of your lives. And just to give you some really good Christian, godly kind of advice and some lessons from the Bible where it can help change you, become a better person, become more like Jesus, and then have that just not only impact your life, but the people around you. So that's the goal. I'm not, as far as I know, it should be for middle school and high school. And I don't yet have a time or whatever, but I can probably figure it out this weekend.
Sorry, I forgot to do that. I already added a column on the Google Doc, the drive that I shared with you. So if you guys can, if you know the time and day, just add it on that, or just email me so I know exactly what day it is. Okay, next we have the Eco Club with Miss Rosie Rufalian and Dr. Rafi Chalian. Ms. Paula, did you have something to say? Still can't hear you.
For the panelists, I was just going to mention that if you have the date and time, please mention that so students can sign up to more than one club. And please mention if it's for middle school or high school.
Okay, so Eco Club is next.
Yes. Hello. Hi, everybody. So we have Eco Club again this year. This is a club for high school students. If you're in middle school and you hear something and you're interested in it, you know, it's something to look forward to in high school. Dr. Rafi and I are the teacher advisors for this club, and Aline is going to be our wonderful fearless leader this year again. So I'm going to let her take over and talk for a minute, and then we can always answer questions if you guys have it. So Aline, take it away.
Hi guys, my name is Aline and I'm going to be running Eco Club once again this year. So the club will focus on educating the members and all students about environmental issues. In addition, members create opportunities for students to take part in green, sustainable activities and practices. In the past, Eco Club has set up drought-resistant vegetation, plants around campus, hosted a campus cleanup day, and set up recycling bins around school. Our main objective is to encourage students to be more aware and mindful when it comes to our home, planet Earth. A few activities that we will be doing are discussions about current environmental issues and why the environment is so important, planting more plants in your own backyard, and maybe even a beach cleanup and receive hours. Your dedication to the club is really important. So if you're interested, please email me a brief paragraph about why you want to join the club and include your interest on environmental issues. My email is einargizan@fedalian.org. I'll include it in the chat. Just to clarify, this club is for high school students and club hours are every other Tuesday after school from 2:45 to 3:45 p.m. Let's protect our environment together. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Aline. That was a great presentation. And again, just because we're not at school, it doesn't mean that we can't be part of this club and make the difference outside of school. So that's really important. And I've always had a great, place for this club in my heart because it's so important for all of us to be so environmentally aware of how we can help our environment. Okay, are we allowed to join more than one club? Yes, Nada, you can join as many clubs as you want. That's why we want to make it on different days and different times so that you are able to join more than one club. Okay, next we have, okay, on my list, it's the chess club, and Dr. Shirinian is the advisor for the chess club. I was going to have Sevak Berberian speak, but he just emailed me saying he's not able to speak today. But you guys all know what chess is. There's a club for it. So you'll get the description once we send the Google form for you guys to look at. I believe the way that they used to meet in the past was they would go into Dr. Shirinian's class during lunchtime, during some afternoons, and they would just play chess and, he'd teach them some moves. And a lot of the students took charge during that class. So, or during that club. So if you really like chess, please go out for the chess club. And I believe this club can be open for both middle and high school, although I haven't gotten confirmation. But I think if we have enough interest from both middle and high school, we can either have one big club or have two separate sessions. Again, somebody asked if joining clubs is mandatory. Joining clubs is never mandatory. It's not something that you have to do, but it's something you should do. Why is it important? And you know what? Maybe some of the panelists who have had experience in the past being part of clubs can chime in. But one of the key things that you can benefit from clubs, first of all, is it looks great on college applications, right? Because it's showing that you are going above and beyond, and it's showing this well-rounded person because you're not only sticking to school curriculum and that's it. You're joining clubs, you've got, you're probably an athlete, you're doing other things outside of school. And being part of a club kind of broadens your horizon. You get to learn new things that you're really not able to learn in school from the curriculum, like chess. How are you going to learn about chess? There might be maybe one session in one of the classes where you might hear about it, but it's not like you're actually going to learn how to play chess or, maybe be as good as competing, or like the Eco Club. Yes, you might hear about it in science, but do you actually do something about it? By joining the club, you're actually able to do something about it. So although it's not mandatory for you to join it, we highly, highly encourage you to do it, especially because they're fun. And we've tried to make these clubs as fun and student-oriented as possible, which is why I'm always open when students come to me and say, I really want to start a club, because I see that it's from the students that the interest is stemmed. So please keep that in mind. Although it's not mandatory, we highly encourage that you join. Okay, next we have Ms. Alenush Kazakos is actually the advisor for the National Art Society, but I believe Sevan and Sako were the ones who initiated this. And I don't know if this is actually considered a club. Sako and Seva, maybe you guys can jump in and tell us about it, please.
Yeah, for sure. So this is a society. It's a little different from a club, so it's a little more like nationally recognized. So we encourage a lot of people to join. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sako Antonian,
I'm Sevan Derderian.
and we're two juniors who are excited to introduce a new part of Ferahian that will put our artists in the spotlight. We are establishing a National Art Honor Society chapter here at our school. With an NAHS chapter, we want to give Ferahian's artists a chance to showcase their abilities and engage in artistic skills, and it will increase the recognition of our art program in our school.
So by joining the NAHS, our artists will get the appreciation that they deserve, and they will also gain exclusive access to many scholarship opportunities to art schools, national recognition, and leadership experience. Mrs. Alenush, our helpful sponsor and advisor, will supervise us and guide our society in the right direction. We'll organize school art exhibits, take field trips to art museums, and benefit the community all while having fun. You'll learn artistic skills, explore various media, and additionally, we will make a website and publish an art catalog to display all of our amazing work. We know we have many talented artists here, and we would love to see your passion in our establishment. Artists in grades 9 through 12 who are interested in the visual arts and show strong artistic abilities are highly encouraged to join our NAHS chapter and bring their expertise to the table.
So if you're interested in participating or just have questions, feel free to contact us or approach Mrs. Alanush. And we're looking forward to having an amazing first year of NAHS, and we can't wait to see your names on the sign-up sheet. Thank you.
How awesome is that? Wow. I love starting new societies. We started the National Honor Society last year, and now it's the Art Society. That's awesome. So, you know what? Art is such an important part of our school, and Ms. Zalenush has been such a great help to our students and our artists. So thank you, Ms. Zalenush, for helping these students start this society. We really appreciate that.
I have two questions about that.
Yes.
Do you guys have a time and date set? And if you don't, please try to not do a Tuesday and a Thursday, because those are already getting filled up those days. So if you can pick another day, that would be great. My next question is, say a student does not want to join the club but has a great piece of artwork, could they submit it to you?
Yeah, we plan on doing the days on Friday from about 3:15 to 4 p.m. And if someone has an art piece to submit, we could see about that, and it's really encouraged. So we'll accept pieces.
Okay, and somebody just asked, Tali Nahabedian just asked, does the Art Society include photography?
Yeah, it does. It includes a lot of mediums, and we want to make a diverse portfolio of art from students.
But going back to what Ms. Paula said, if there are students who are really talented in art, it's really encouraged for you to join, because we want to see diversity. We want to see whatever you have to offer. So come on, let's just bring it to us. Let's go.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Abrik, bravo. Okay, our next club is our Journalism Social Media Club, which the advisors are Ms. Paula and Ms. Arpine. And I believe Sose is going to be presenting. Sose Ovanesian. Go ahead, Sose.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sosa Havanesian. I'm a junior and the founder of the Journalism Social Media Club for high school. Since the beginning of this hectic year, it seems as though a day doesn't go by without reading a crazy headline. However, as all of us solely depend on Ferhan's Instagram posts and Ms. Shanalyan's weekly announcements for school-related information, this club will provide a fresh perspective on school-wide communication. Together, we will produce a monthly newspaper highlighting current events in the world, upcoming school programs, athletic updates, class announcements, art and poetry entries, jokes, riddles, and polls. Furthermore, we will be helping advance all of the school's social media outlets, including Instagram and Facebook. Collectively, we will keep the student body informed of all things Ferayan, whether through the monthly journal or regular social media posts. Regardless of whether you want and aspire to be a journalist or work in the media, our student-driven club is for all creative minds. I, along with editorial advisor Ms. Barcelian and social media advisor Ms. Pella, I'm looking for talented writers, artists, graphic designers, and photographers, all of whom will collaborate to produce the monthly Fedaion Post. Working on this paper and taking initiative in our school's digital profile will not only hone your own artistic and creative skills, but may also be a defining factor for considered by colleges. Club meetings will be held every other Wednesday at 2:45 in accordance with the Girls Up Club so that there is no overlap. So if you're creative and you're interested, please contact either of the advisors or myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Sose. Also, I think I want to mention that there is a student takeover, social media takeover, right?
Yeah.
There's that. So that's a lot of fun. Usually, Ms. Pella lets students just take over our social media and post what they want, of course, under supervision. So that's an awesome club. I love the journalism club, and for those of you who don't know, Sosa actually worked at Aspares during the summer, and she wrote a great article about school and distance learning, and we're so proud of you, Sosa.
Thank you.
The name of this club is called Journalism. Sosa, can you say the club's name again?
Yeah, Journalism and Social Media Club.
Journalism and Social Media Club. Thank you. Okay, and next she did mention, I believe, Girls Up Club, but is that what's up next? Yes, Girls Up Club. And again, the advisor for that is Miss Paula, and Sarin Nazarian is the student who initiated this club. So I'm gonna have Sarin speak to you guys about it.
Hi guys, my name is Sarin and I'm an 11th grader here at Fedaion. Sorry. So I'm here to present and kind of talk a little bit about what the club is all about, and kind of the reason I wanted to initiate this club was because women's equality is kind of overlooked, and I just want to squash that mentality a little bit. So that being said, members of this club will have a different outlook on speaking up as girls and women and expressing their thoughts and concerns about the issue at hand or anything that's bothering them. Along with, we'll be learning about a lot of female icons and different influential women who have made an impact, either currently or historically. And we'll discuss powerful Armenian female figures as well, because we're an Armenian school, and also think and come up with ways we can kind of help women in Armenia. So it's kind of overall a club which its sole purpose is to just empower women who kind of feel like they need that little extra push of confidence. And yeah, it's kind of like a safe space. So, oh, and meetings will be every first and third Wednesday of every month at 2:45 and 6th through 12th. So anyone can join.
Oh, awesome. It's for middle and high school. That's great. So, yes, please mention whether it's for middle and high school. Sarin, it's a great club to start. Who to better promote it than a female who's in the, I don't want to say male dominated position. Maybe it is, but you know, we're slowly, some of the schools have started having more female principals and having more female involvement. So it's a great club to empower women to really go out there and do what they love to do, regardless of the obstacles that are in their way. Thank you, Sadin, for starting this club. What time is it? So you guys will get an actual Google Forms that you'll see the days and times of each club. So don't bother writing them all down right now. Just hear about the clubs, and then what we can do later is when you get those forms, you'll see exactly what times and days they are. Let's see. Yes, Ms. Topchan, that's perfectly fine. When do we let you know if we want to join the club? I'm going to send a Google form. Remember the form that I sent for elections where you got to pick? This is going to be just like that. I'll send you a form with all of the club names. So you get to click and it'll automatically come to me, and I'll know exactly what clubs you're joining. And then I'll forward those to the club advisors and the students who are helping with the clubs.
So Ms. Shanlian, the Google form will have next to it the name of the club, the time they meet, the day they meet,
Yes.
and if it's for middle school or high school.
Correct. So if it says only high school, please don't click it, obviously, because then they're going to have to come back to you and say, sorry, it's only for high school, or vice versa. Okay. All right. So again, someone asked, is it mandatory to join a club? Guys, it's not mandatory. I don't want to say it over and over. Just pay attention. It's not mandatory, but we highly encourage you to join. Okay. Next, we have our poetry club, and the advisor is Ms. Arpine Barserian, and the poetry club is actually initiated again by Sako Antonian and Sevan Derderian. No, not Sevan. Sako, who was going to be presenting with you?
Alicia.
Alicia. I'm sorry, Alicia. Okay, so Alicia and Sako are going to be presenting the poetry club. Ram Metzik.
Hello students. This year, Sako and Alicia Manuk will be introducing a new poetry club. Our club is open to high school students who are interested in poetry and value self-expression and creative writing.
In this club, we'll guide you as experienced poets and artists through the poetic writing process. Together, we'll write poetry, read famous poems, learn fresh writing techniques, and share our stories in writing workshops full of interesting activities. Join to learn more about slam poetry and help publish a monthly poetry magazine and enter prestigious contests and open mic nights.
We're looking for passionate writers, poets, artists, and literature enthusiasts. We'll be holding weekly meetings every Thursday after school from 3:30 to 4 p.m. And we even have the best teacher supervisor, Ms. Barselian. We can't wait to go on this adventure with you all and see all of you express yourselves through the wonderful art of writing.
So if you have any questions or would like to join Poetry Club, don't hesitate to contact either of us. Thank you, and we can't wait to see your names on the sign-up sheet.
Thank you, guys. And can I ask, this is not only limited to English poetry, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Of course. Poetry abidiyallah. Okay, great. Thank you, Abrik. Okay, next we have Ms. Tantushian. She's going to talk about the CHLA Club. Ms. Tantushian, did you say someone else was going to present it?
Yes, Tara and Lucy, my amazing presenters, will talk about
Oh, yes. Okay, Tara and Lucy. That's right. You told me yesterday.
Hi, guys. So, I'm Lucy Nalbandian.
And I'm Tara Urfalian.
And we are your senior presidents for the Children's Hospital Club, what you guys know it as CHLA. And it's only for high school, sorry. Okay, Tara is going to explain some more about it.
Okay, so our club works year-round to plan and organize fundraisers to raise money to donate to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. It's a really great way to interact with each other while giving back to our community at the same time. A lot of you may know us for one of our biggest fundraisers on Valentine's Day when we sell and deliver candygrams, but we also do a lot of other smaller events and activities throughout the year. We are planning on meeting every 2 weeks on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. after school. So pretty much during our meetings, we are just planning on sharing ideas. And obviously this year is a little different, so we need to come up with new ways to raise money to accommodate to the circumstances with COVID right now. So yeah, go ahead, Lucy.
Make sure you guys join. This is a great club. You learn a lot. You help raise money for the children. Everyone is welcome. You guys should join. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, so just to give a little background on this club was initiated by a senior 5 years ago when I first got to Ferayan. The senior came to me and said, Digin Shanlian, I'm so passionate about this club. I help out, I volunteer at the hospital and I see how much we can help. And I said, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I told her to put an outline together and she did, and she recruited people. And now this is the 5th year this club has been going. So she left a legacy, which is a great way to leave a school, right? And you mentioned her name. Her name was actually Alik. So, okay. So thank you guys. Thank you, Tara and Lucy, for taking charge of this club, and Miss Tantushian for advising it. So next we have the Animation Club, Miss Topjan. I believe this is strictly for middle school. So yay, middle school. Go ahead, Miss Topjan.
You guys get a little something special. So it's Animation Club. So we will meet every other Thursday. It is for middle school, and we'll do two things. First, we'll learn about animation techniques, and then we'll also be able to track the progress of animation from hand-drawn to computer animation. Familiarize yourself with animation styles, meaning you'll learn about both Eastern and Western styles of animation, as well as really big sort of figureheads that drove animation forward to where it is today, everyone from Walt Disney to Hayao Miyazaki to Tim Burton, and sort of gain a deeper understanding of the films we already know and love, meaning we love these films, we watched these films hundreds and hundreds of times over, but during this club you'll learn exactly what it took to make these films so special and the amount of effort that goes behind them. Club rules, I'm really big on this. Attendance is mandatory, so there'll be two different kinds of meetings. The first ones will be lectures where we do the learning, we do the studying, you guys get the information. And then the second type of meeting will be when we watch the films, or we watch like a very cool piece of animation that I've been able to dig up from some archives. So you have to attend the lectures, you have to be present in the learning part in order to get to the other fun part, which is watching the films, watching the animation with us. You have to participate and be respectful, kind, and pay attention. So I am I would also love student participation. So if you guys have any animation techniques you want to talk about, or if you know speakers that you would like to give presentations, I know a lot of you guys' parents might work in animation. So I would love to have guest speakers. So I also welcome student participation as well.
How fun. Thank you, Ms. Topjan, for starting this club. That's awesome.
Diana, are we actually going to be able to animate? Yes, I'm trying to figure out a way where we could do that through distance, even at our computers. I am trying to figure out at least some basic animation and drawing programming.
Thank you, Ms. Topjan. Okay, we have our virtual robotics club for both middle and high school, and Baron Ara Chuljian is the advisor. And Baron Ara, if you could speak about that, and then next is the yearbook club, so you can speak about both.
Hello, everyone. The robotic class is, the club is a way of whatever we've been doing in school, because since we got 3 years ago, the robots, the Lego robots. Unfortunately, because of the COVID and distance learning, we cannot use those robots. However, we can get very, very close to it by using a virtual robot, which is done by VEX, VEX company, that they have their own robots. But beginning of this year, in January, they launched the virtual one. So you can actually program it, as well as you can see the robot performing all those tasks. So it's really fun. It's for middle school and high school. Anyone is welcome, and the schedule is flexible, but for now I have put for Mondays, but we'll see. It's not a big deal, but it will be a lot of fun. I will have you know, as guidance and help you out, so it will be good. Now, the yearbook is a big issue because, as you know, we're away from school. We have done up to this point 3 events, which is basically the seniors, or first the 6th graders, and then the seniors, and then juniors, they came here. So those were pretty much the only events that we had, besides the opening day. And it's all through Zoom, of course. Now, we're gonna figure out, hopefully once school comes back, we're gonna go really big on collecting all the memories, all the events that we can get. And basically, the club participant, we will, from now until December, we'll start collecting all the memories, class memories that we can get from previous years, or maybe this year, hopefully. So we had to put it together, organize it, and after Christmas, we launch it big time, where we start putting the layout down and working on the thing. If we have the school opening, it's going to be great. Otherwise, it's going to be very tiny yearbook for the first time. Now, someone suggested that maybe we can, if worst comes to worst, like worst case scenario, we can skip this year having a yearbook and we combine it with next year. That's another idea. So I'm open to any suggestion. Paula is laughing.
We're hoping to open, Baronara.
Yes, I'm hoping to. I'm dying.
We're praying that it's going to open.
Dying to have my students back,
Yeah.
especially my graphics students. So it's very, very hard. So we'll see, guys. Okay, we'll see. We're all open for anything. All right.
Thank you, Baronara. Okay, so we have one more club, but Miss Carlin was actually not able to join us. So she did send me a video, and I'm going to share my screen to have her video. Let's see. Hold on one second. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Ms. Carlin and I'll be running the Mindfulness and Meditation Club. I wish we were all able to meet in person for the club, but we'll make it the best via Zoom. As a member of the club, you're going to gain an understanding to the benefits of mindfulness, meditation, and time management. Meditation can offer stress relief, focus, and an overall sense of well-being. In this peaceful space, you'll learn the various types of meditation, including guided, mantra, focused breathing, and more. This will give you a chance to take a step away from screens and find peace in mindfulness. Come release and return to peace. Mindful Meditation Club is high school students only and will meet Mondays at 2:45. I hope to see you there.
Okay, thank you, Miss Carlin. All right, let's see where my list went. Ooh, where did my list go? There we go.
Sonia?
Yes.
We have a few more. Did we cover a book club?
No, we still have a few more to go.
Okay.
So we have the LADWP Science Bowl, and I think, Yeranig, are you going to be presenting that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name's Yeranig. I'm a senior. So Science Ball is basically a science and math quiz ball that's hosted by the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. The club meets every week, and it's only for high school students because some of the topics covered are a little advanced for middle school. So in the club, we split up into a few groups depending on how many people actually come. And we just host like a little practice quiz ball where we answer questions from the handbook of questions that they give us. So we practice like that, and then the actual event is typically either in January or February. So we go with two teams, two groups of 4. So only 8 people actually end up going to the event. So we just go against schools one-on-one, and obviously the more you win, the farther you advance into the competition. The questions are just about math and science. The topics include physics, biology, math, chemistry, environmental science. I think that's it. I don't know if they've added any topics this year, but that's what I remember from last year. So
awesome.
The event also has fun activities. There's a little hands-on portion where you with your team do a little activity versus all the other schools. I remember last year they gave us marshmallows and spaghetti, and they made us build towers, and the person who built the highest tower won. So that's fun. And then I think they have exhibits too that you can go and check out some cool science related stuff. And it's really fun. If you like science, it's really interesting. I like it. I think it's really fun. I don't know how they're going to do it this year, really. They're thinking of doing it online. I don't know how it's going to work for our circumstances, how it's going to be done over Zoom. But they're still figuring out the logistics, so we'll let people know. So I think if you like science and you like math, I think everyone should join. It's really fun, even if you don't end up going to the actual event. It's a good experience. You learn more about how it works, and you'll be more prepared for the coming years. So yeah.
Thank you, Yeranik. And the advisors for this club are Ms. Asrik Tantushian and Mrs. Rosie Ufalian. So thank you for running this club again, teachers. Okay, next we have Mr. Reed, and he's going to go over a new club that he wants to initiate, and it's called the Raspberry Pi Club. So, Mr. Reed?
Hi, well, my name is Mr. Reed. I just wanted to show you a little something that I have behind me. Over the summer, I put together a little Raspberry Pi for a class. Am I able to share my screen?
Yes, you are.
Okay, then. So, over the summer, I taught this Raspberry Pi Club, and I had planning to do it probably like twice a month. We can meet, or every week we can meet. But what I'm going to be doing is guiding anybody who wants to join in putting together a computer. The only stipulation about this is that you do have to buy your own kit. This is part of the only bump for this whole thing. But once you do buy your starter kit, what I'll do on my end is we will walk through a beginner's guide that was provided by the internet, and we will walk through putting together a computer. And then on top of that, we will be learning a couple of programs. Some of them are familiar with Mr. Atta, and I'm looking for it. I'm sorry if I'm bumbling around. Oh, I know where it's at. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting together Raspberry Pi, which is a computer thing, and then we're going to be also doing programs such as Scratch 3 and Python. And we're just going to be learning how to do like basic online coding and with using Linux and other stuff like that. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, thank you. Again, the only thing about this club is you do have to purchase your own the computer parts, I'm assuming. Mr. Reed, can you stop sharing the screen so we can go back?
Sorry.
Okay, so if you're interested in that club, please reach out to Mr. Reed. Is this open to middle and high school?
Yes.
Yes, middle and high school. Again, keep in mind that there is a financial tie to this club.
Can we know what the financial
I think
portion
it's about
is?
$100.
Yeah, I showed it on the screen here. I can show
Yeah,
it.
like 80.
Here, I can provide it.
You can just say it verbally, it's fine.
It's called a candy kit, and it's pretty much like it's a range between 79 to about 109. And the only difference between the different models is the RAM. You can have like a 4 gig RAM or an 8 gig RAM or a 2 gig RAM. Anyways, I provided a URL for you to check it out. Just click on there if you are interested. Buy yourself a starter kit, and we'll put together a computer.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. That's awesome. Okay, next, we only have a few more clubs, so bear with us. Mr. Armin Sarafian is going to talk about the Fitness and Health Club, and then we have Debate Book Club and Backgammon. So 3 more after Mr. Sarafian.
Cool. Thank you, Mrs. Shamlian. So I'm Mr. Sarafian. I'm doing the Fitness and Health Club. You don't necessarily have to play a sport. You don't have to be into working out or running necessarily to join this club. It's meant to be a general take on exercise and nutrition and proper rest so that you can just feel healthier and have more energy for everything you do. Because no matter if we play a sport or not, we all have busy lives. We all have so much we have to do. And it's so important to, get our nutrition and our rest and our exercise proper so that we can have the energy to do all of those things while still getting a full night's sleep, while still having time to eat right. So we don't just feel good, we're also as healthy as we can be. So this club is also obviously beneficial to athletes. If you're a runner, if you play any sort of sport, if you're just interested and you have basic physical fitness goals, it's definitely going to be, I can custom tailor or give you advice for anything you do specific. But again, this is open to just anyone who wants to learn more about fitness, health, nutrition, and rest in general.
Middle and high school, right?
Yes.
Yes, middle and high school. Thank you, Mr. Sarafian. Okay, and next we have Ms. Sanahin Balyan Shahinian, who's going to talk about our debate club. Again, a new club that was initiated by her. Ms. Sanahin? Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Great. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Mrs. Sanahin, and I'm doing the debate club. I'm the advisor for the debate club. So this club is, it's for students to learn to work in teams to present, express, and discuss their positions about various topics. The objective is to help students with their critical thinking, communication skills, and their oral skills, and hopefully it'll help students overcome fears of public speaking, which is very, very important in school and in their careers. So the various topics could be health related, environmental related, controversial, social, and educational. It is open for high school and middle school students. And I think it'll work Wednesdays at 2:45 after school. And this is something we could do twice a month. So every other week.
Awesome, thank you. And this would be so beneficial because we do participate in so many extracurricular you know, things like competitions like Model UN and JSA, and why not? We could even compete in the debate competition. So this is wonderful for our students to have these skills to really get up and speak in front of people. So thank you for creating this.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have our book club, which is also initiated by a student, and it is going to be advised by Ms. Ovsana Kalustian. Sophia Papazian is the one who is initiating this. We really want to get this club going because it's so important for all of us to read and really analyze what we read. You know, I belong to a book club outside of school, and it is such a fun, you know, you think book club, maybe I don't want to join, but it is really fun to sit there and talk to people about what you've read and analyze it and hear about, you know, from different perspectives. So Sophia, if you can tell us about the book club.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name's Sophia and I'm a junior. I've always loved to read ever since I was little and decided to introduce a book club to our school this year. And in this club, we would just choose a new book to read every month. And at the end of the month, we can discuss the book and what everyone thought of it. And I know a lot of good books and genres, so you can count on me to help you choose a good book to read. Another aspect of this club includes giving back to our community. So for those who would like to, we can donate books to local libraries or homeless shelters. Reading can reduce stress and is relaxing and really can be fun. It's a great way to escape reality and get lost in another world. When you're reading something you enjoy, it doesn't really feel like homework. I know a lot of us get caught up in our busy schedules and may not have much time to do hobbies we like throughout the week. So this club would make sure you give time to yourself and your interests, and it would let you catch a break from your hectic life. For students who are looking to increase their vocabulary or improve their memory and language skills, this club is for you. Reading more can help you get higher grades in your English classes and can even help you with your SAT scores. So the book club is open to middle and high school students, and we will meet online every Wednesday from 4 to 4:30 p.m. And our advisor is Mrs. Kalustian. If you're passionate about reading, I really encourage you to join. It's a great way to meet with students who have similar interests as you, and I hope you guys choose to sign up. If you have any questions or are interested, don't hesitate to email me. My email address is spapazian@ferahian.org, and I'll put it in the chat too. So thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. And finally, we have one more club, and this was actually brought to me yesterday when the juniors were in school. It was lovely seeing all of them and all of you guys. So the advisor is going to be Dr. Harut Magardichian, and we are bringing Backgammon Club, Tavla Club to the house. And we have Khachik who's going to be presenting it. Go ahead, Khachik.
Hi guys, my name is Kachik. Yeah, you guys hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
You guys
yes,
hear
we
me?
can hear you.
Oh, okay, sorry. So, yeah, my name is Kachik from 11th grade, and I know many of you grandparents play tavla, or as some of you call it, nardi. And I think single one of us should know how to play and participate. And I'm sure your grandparents will get happy if they find out that you can actually play with them. And let's see who's better. Anyway, so yeah, as Ms. Chandra said, this was originated yesterday. And so that's why all the information will be given maybe tomorrow until we figure it out. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be twice a month, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And it's only for high school. So thank you.
Okay. Wonderful, Khachig. You know what? I think everyone should know how to play tabla, right? Even girls. I don't know, for some reason, my parents never encouraged me to play tabla. They said it was a boys' sport or boys' game. But you know what? Girls can play it too, right? So girls, you can join the tabla club too. My daughter knows how to play it better than I do. So that's a great club to have. And again, another fun club for you guys to join. And that concludes all of our clubs. Ms. Paula, you have something to say?
Yes, I'm wondering if Khachig and Dr. Harut will expand that to middle school too, because you never know. One of them might be able to beat you.
That's true. Let's open it and see how much interest we
yeah.
get, Khachig. Okay, all right. Okay, so
Yeah, for
that
sure.
concludes our club rush. Ms. Paula, did you have anything to add? Okay, so thank you again, everyone. Everyone pretty much stayed on and heard about all the clubs. Expect the forms to come out to you. I'm hoping I'll have everything typed up, hopefully by tonight. If not, I'll have everything sent out either tomorrow or Monday, so you guys can start joining the clubs, and then the advisors will contact you once I send them all the information, and you can get the clubs going. So thank you, panelists, for really putting in the effort and the time and making this a possibility. I know it was very strange to do it this way, but hey, I think it worked out a lot better than how we had it last year. It was chaos last year.
I have something to quickly to add,
Yes.
sorry. So besides all these clubs, we do have, as you all know, we do have JSA and we have the Model UN. So those are other things we have. Also, we have two grade-based societies, the CSF, which is you need to be in 10th, 11th, 12th grade and have a 3.75, I believe, and the National Honor Society, which I'm the advisor for, and I will send out the invitations by Monday for new members. So that's grade-based too.
Yes. Nareg Sarkisian just asked, can we still make clubs or is it too late? Nareg, if you have any suggestions, you can just email it to me and I can, if it's something that we can make happen and you can find an advisor, why not? We'll add it to the list and see if anyone would be interested in joining. So yes, if you have ideas, please forward them to me. Again, thank you, panelists. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your weekend and we will see you guys on Monday. Miss Paula, I'm recording this so I can share it with you later.
So I would like to have it too, okay?
Oh yes, I'll forward it to you.
All right. Okay. Have a good weekend.
Thank you guys, bye.
Bye.